Okay, so hi, my name is Whitney. I'm a student physical therapist assistant. Can you verify your name and date of birth, please?
Dalton Allison, 7/28/94.
Okay, Dalton, do you know where we are today?
My home.
Okay. Do you know how old you are based off of your birth date?
No.
Okay, so for today's treatment, I just want to do a couple of things since it's your first time. I don't want to over exaggerate the patient or anything like that. So first I'm going to start with taking his vitals. So I would take heart rate, blood pressure, O2, respiratory rate, and I'd probably even go ahead and do the Borg RPE scale just to see where they're at today. So that way I don't, like I said, over exaggerate them. So the first thing I'm going to do with them is, considering that the patient has decrease of endurance, balance, coordination, and strength, I'm going to start with this. So Dalton, first thing we're going to do is I want you to scoot to the edge of the chair for me. And I want you to sit up nice and tall. And we're going to do what we call backward shoulder rolls. So I just want you to go like this. Nice and slow. And I just want you to do 10 of those. And count out loud for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is to help with the kyphosis for the patient.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, and you can take a break if you need as long as you can. Okay, and I want you to do 10 more of those for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. The next thing we're going to do is scap squeezes. So these are going to be just like this. So if you'll watch my back, these muscles right here, we're going to squeeze them back here. Yeah. You're going to squeeze them really tight. Like that. Yep. Okay. And I brought my hand sanitizer since we don't have no hand sanitizer. I got my little Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer. Keep doing those. I want you to do 10 of those. Okay. How do you feel now?
Good.
Okay. I want you to do 10 more of those for me. This is just to really work on your posture since you got that kyphosis. I just really want to open up your chest so that we can really get some normal posture back in us. Okay. And the next thing I want to do is pelvic tilt. So since you got that kyphosis going on, you kind of got a posterior pelvic tilt. So I just want to do some anterior pelvic tilts and help you find neutral. So is it okay if I put my hands on you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, since you got that posterior pelvic tilt, is we're just going to simply rotate our hip, not our chest. Our hip, just move your hips forward. Yeah, like that. And back. And then if we go right here, that's neutral. And so that will help with our posture as well, okay? So I want you to try it, and I want you to do 10 of those. just really want to help our hips and our muscles right there get back out of that posterior tilt that we got going on with our kyphosis. Okay?
Okay.
Do you feel okay?
I feel fine.
So I did all 3 of those to address the kyphosis that the patient has going on. The next thing I'm going to do is address the forward head. So since you got forward head, not excessive, but I want you to do chin tuck. So it's like we're making a double chin. You're just going like this and back. So if I could push my chin back, go back. I want you to do 15 of those. Are you still feeling okay? Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, since you had a right CVA, which means even though it happened over here, it affected your left side because our brain crisscrosses like this. All of our stuff in there crisscrosses. So what I want to do is I want to do what we call alternating isometrics, and this is for your endurance. Will you hold that with your hand? Hold it out for me. This is for to build endurance and help with strength and stability as well. So I want you to place your arm like this, because I know it was your left side that you really struggle with. And I'm going to apply resistance to you, and do not let me push you down. We are going to do this for 2 minutes, okay? So don't let me push you down. Don't let me push you up. Don't let me push you over. Don't let me pull you towards me. Okay, and we're just gonna keep going like this, okay? You really wanna work on building some strength right here in our arms, so that even though you are right-sided dominant, we still need our left hand to help us with things. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Are you having any pain right now?
No.
One more minute. You feel okay?
Or a little tired.
A little tired? Let's keep going just a little more. Okay. The next thing we're going to do now is I want to incorporate some dynamic stuff, considering that one of the long-term goals, I think it was number 2, was having a good dynamic posture for our long-term goal. So I want to work on D1 flexion extension, and I'm going to utilize slow reversal hold to his left side. So, dolphin. So what we're gonna do is, this is D1 flexion, and this is D1 extension. So we're gonna be like D1 flexion, let me do it, D1 extension, okay? So we're gonna be like, we're throwing a bouquet, grabbing our seatbelt, and then pushing it down, okay? So I'm going to apply resistance, and I want you to do that exact motion going down. Just like that. Back up. You're going to push, 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 push. And then you're going to pull, 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 pull. Make sure we go all the way up here. Push, 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 push. Pull, 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 pull. Push, 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 push. Pull, 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 pull. Push, 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 push. Pull, 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 pull. Okay? Does that feel okay?
Yep.
Let you rest for a minute. We'll do it one more time. We're going to try it again. So you're going to come back down. And then I'm going to apply my resistance. So pull, 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 pull. Push, 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 push. Pull, 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 pull. Push, 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 push. Pull, 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 pull. Push, 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 push. Pull, 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 pull. Push, 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 push. And we're doing this so that it can incorporate our endurance and our strength and some stability as well, okay? Okay. So the key thing about your posture is we really want to try to sit up straight, okay? Because we got that kyphosis going on, but we always want to sit up straight, okay? So these exercises, when I leave today, I have them written down for you, and I'm going to give them to you so that you can do them here by yourself when I'm not here, so that we can help get better and do better, okay? So the next thing I want to do now is I want to go do a couple of standing activities. I want to do some tandem walking. I see that you like to clean. I wish I liked to clean, but I don't. So we'll do some of that, and then I don't have bingo, but I got a game of cards that we can play. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. So before we do that, I just want to do incorporate some movement and range of motion with our feet. So I'm going to have him spell out the alphabet with his feet, one at a time. So you're gonna draw the ABCs with your feet. It's gonna be like A,
Oh, yeah, okay.
B, and if you need to take a break, you can. I just want to do this so we can get some range of motion moving in our feet, okay?
Okay.
This will also help us for when we go walking to make sure that everything is nice and loose, okay? We just have to do it once. Okay. And then the other one as well. What are your doggies' names?
Reed and Dixie.
And you just have to do that one time as well. Okay, so like I said, the main thing about that is just so he can have the range of motion to get him going before we get up walking, so that we can incorporate something for his feet so that when he stands up, his ankles aren't stiff or anything like that. So he has a belt beside him, so that's what I'm going to utilize as his gait belt, just so I can have it for protection. Since it's home health, I'm assuming he'll be sent home with a gait belt. So Dalton, is it okay if I use your belt as a gait belt for us to go walk?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this around it. Okay, and I want you to scoot to the edge of your seat for me. And since it's on this left side, I'm going to stand over here. And on the count of 3, we're going to stand up, okay? 1, 2, 3. You feel okay?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to stand up with you. And we're going to go into the kitchen. Wait, let me grab my clips. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna stand right here. So even though we don't have bingo, we're gonna utilize a game of cards, and we're going to play slapjack, because he told me that is what he likes to play, and that's the only thing he knows how to play. So I'll start him. And I want you to utilize your left hand with this, okay?
Okay.
And we're just gonna do this for about 3 minutes. This is to work on his standing endurance, his balance, making sure he's standing up nice and tall. There's like no jacks.
It's because they're not shuffled. They're literally in order. Maybe king, queen, jack.
Are you feeling okay, Dalton?
Yes.
I wish I was that fast. Okay. I'm going to shuffle them. Here, would you like to shuffle this so that we can really use our left hand?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll play for about 30 more seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to use this rag and we're gonna do table washers since he likes to clean. So I want you to use your left hand and we're just gonna go in circles one way and then we'll do that 15 times and we'll go back the other way, okay? This is so we can increase his strength and once again his standing endurance. Since he only has that 6 minute standing, I just want to do this for a couple minutes. He's doing 15 of them since we walked over here and then we did the 3 minute game and we'll do this for a couple minutes and then walk back. I don't want to over exaggerate him any or push him any longer than his 6 minutes and go the other way. But hopefully we'll gradually increase so we can reach his long-term goal. I think it was 1. We're using our left hand since it's the 3 out of 5 of strength.
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel?
Good.
Okay. While he's standing here, I'll probably go ahead and take his vitals just to be on the safe side. He says he's okay, but I mean, you can't really, sometimes you can't tell how people's vitals are. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have him, or I'm gonna have him tandem walk back. So what we're gonna do, Dalton, I can't get my camera turned around. So we're going to walk like this. Basically heel to toe, okay? Really walking slowly and working on the balance. They just want to play, huh?
Yeah. My dog toy.
Your dog toy. Okay, and then I want you to back up to the seat with your calves. And then we're going to sit down on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how did that feel, Dalton?
Good.
Do you feel okay?
Yep.
So everything we did today, I'm going to put on a home exercise program so we can really work on, you're doing a good job of sitting up straight. That's what we want, to work on our kyphosis. And work on your forward head we got going on. Since that CVA affected your left side, I want to work on building that strength back up since you got good strength everywhere else. A couple of things that he could do is get rid of all these throw rugs that he's got in his house so that way he doesn't trip. put a chair maybe in the middle of his house in case he gets tired. I mean, his house is kind of small. Really making sure that we are staying moving and really using that left hand as much as possible. And then other than that, that is my treatment for today. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
And that was my treatment. I just wanted to be sure that since he had that right CVA, it affected his left side, so I wanted to use as much of range of motion as possible and do as much of strengthening and endurance. Really use this left hand, like I said, so